All right, Super Metroid speedrunning fans. That's right. There's more Super Metroid multi-category tournament action heading your way this afternoon between fruitbatsalad and ARealCutie. And the first race will be in GT Classic. My name is the Hockey Town, and I'm joined by Freya Spirit. How are you, Freya?
We are still waking up. It is nice and early, and we are looking forward to this amazing match.
Absolutely. I am too looking forward to this match. This is the playoffs, and this is between two heavy hitters in this tournament. I believe that fruitbatsalad came into the tournament as the overall 18 seed, whereas ARealCutie was the overall 4 seed. So definitely in the upper echelon of this tournament. I think we're ready to go. Both runners have readied up, so I think we can get this show on the road.
FBS, an amazing runner. Cutie, just an absolute top tier runner who will give Zost and Zenny Cutie will give Zost and Zenny a run for their money. So Cutie definitely the favorite here. Cutie's best category is any percent, so FPS vetoed it. And FPS is choosing GT Classic, a high variance category, which is typically what we've seen the mechanically weaker runner do in these matches.
Right you are, Freya. Both these runners are of great renown. Fruitbatsalad vetoing any percent. A good idea is ARealCutie, I believe, is the number 3rd or 4th all time in any percent. And like you said, Freya, GT Classic, definitely a high variance category. Anything can and will go wrong in this abbreviated kind of boss rush, difficult trick execution type speedrun category.
And the winner of this match will go on to play Kip in the round of 8. And whoever wins this match will be in the money for a $25 prize at least. And they're off.
Here we go, starting on Stereo Station. But yeah, you're right, Freya. So for this multi-category tournament 2020 edition, there are cash prizes for the top 8 finishers. And those prizes were generously provided by the sponsors Bowls Guarana and Mega Cat Studios. So very cool to see the growth of Super Metroid speedrunning, to see multiple tournaments in the past 18 months with cash prizes. Definitely awesome to see. Community grows ever larger, and the runners get better and better every time.
Yeah, we're getting close to the end of this tournament, and the runners remaining are just getting better and better and better.
Well, definitely been impressed with the play of both these runners throughout the tournament. Both made it into this top 16, which is no small task out of a pool of, I believe, 59 or 60 runners originally. So, Freya, for those viewers that may be new to Super Metroid speedrunning, the question we always get is, what is GT Classic?
GT Classic is a category where you try and get to Golden Chorizo as fast as possible. And then as you're entering the room to Golden Chorizo, you input a cheat code which will give you 54% of items. So what they are going to do, at the red tower, they're going to go up to grab power bombs, they're going to kill Kraid Varia, and they're going to grab as many E-tanks and high jump boots as they want, up to 3 E-tanks and high jump boots. And they will be going into the lava dive and heading into Lower Norfair as fast as possible, doing a green gate glitch to get to Golden Chorizo, and then it will turn into a boss rush.
That's right. So once they've collected all the items thanks to that GT code, the eponymous GT code, it does turn into a kind of boss rush category. comes down to execution, both in those boss fights and in the movement to and from them. But they are gifted with almost, I should say, nearly all items in the game, but all the movement items, including Spring Ball.
They're gifted in FPS using appropriate fall speed.
Impressive. Not obeying the laws of physics, not breaking them, is FPS. Both ARC and FPS making it down into Retro Brinstar. So even though this is a cheat code category with a Green Gate glitch and all that other interesting stuff, you still got to begin, just as you always do, picking up that morph ball, picking up that first missile pack.
So one thing that we didn't talk about is just how high variance this category is. This is probably the highest, other than bingo, this might be the highest variance category in the tournament. And that's because of the lava dive and the Green Gate glitch. When the lava dive into Lower Norfair, it's really common for people to just die. And then the Green Gate glitch is also a place where you have to reset and lose a solid 30 seconds if you mess up. So
absolutely,
those two tricks alone are the variance in the category. Plus, you can soft lock during stand up at the end.
No doubt about it. So definitely some pitfalls that hopefully our runners do not fall into. We want to see them make their lava dives first try. We want to see them get Green Gate glitch with the ammunition they'll have, which I believe will only be 5 super missiles. So if they decide to farm up to 5, they'll have 5 chances at that Green Gate glitch. So very challenging category despite its shorter length.
Oh, Cutie's climb. Cutie's climb every time. So Cutie's climb, we don't really see anybody else going for it, but Cutie will shoot below the platform and then down grab it. And Cutie swears by this for this saving time on average RTA.
It's very, very interesting movement, but how about fruitbatsalad with just an incredible display of ledge grabs both in the climb and into parlor. And then on the Cutie's screen, you see he's getting set up to fight Bomb Terizo. He does this interesting kind of jumping opener that is pretty new to me in terms of witnessing it in action.
So with Bomb Terizo, you want to not pick up all the missile drops at first. So Cutie does this to move a missile drop over to the side, so he doesn't pick them all up at once.
It's an absolutely incredible fight from Cutie. I mean, you blink and Bomb Terizo's dead. It's really impressive stuff. But fruitbatsalad also avoiding the decapitation animation on Bomb Terizo with a nice fight of his own. Very nice from both these runners.
And both of them are going to be heading straight to their early supers next.
Great Alcatraz escape from both Cutie and fruitbatsalad, but Cutie's already into Terminator, grabbing that energy tank. We'll see what other energy tanks these runners elect to pick up. I believe that Lava Dive can be done with only a single tank, but if the runner elects to pick up high jump boots, correct me if I'm wrong, Freyas. But I think you might see as many as 3, but probably 1 to 2 for these runners.
Probably 1 to 2. Recently there was a new lava dive invented for there was a new high jump lava dive invented where you do a high jump lava dive with Varia only with 0 tanks.
Oh, that's right, the 0 tank lava dive. That is also a thing. So not only is there's the variance due to all the pitfalls that they could encounter, and also a lot of variety in different techniques and strategies. So very interesting category.
So the next safeties that they're gonna have to choose is, do they pick up charge missiles and do they pick up charge? If you're going for a world record, you're going to skip both of those. But in a race setting, especially if you're not as familiar, it can be really, really useful to grab charge missiles.
Definitely an excellent point, Freyas, is that race setting where, not only advancing to the next round, but also a little bit of cash in the old pocket is on the line. going up against runners of this caliber, there's a lot of decision making. The decision trees are not entirely simplistic.
Cutie's going for it.
Especially in the category like...
Oh, sorry. Cutie's going for it.
Impressive stuff from Cutie here. Let's see what FBS elects to do.
Now you can see that Cutie's pulling ahead, and that's just Cutie being mechanically stronger. Cutie's just pulling ahead in every single room. FBS is actually choosing to go charge and not charge missiles. That is a really interesting decision.
Charge will definitely help with the setup for Crate Quick Kill. And as well as it's a comfy item in its own right, for sure.
So Cutie up the red tower grabbing his peeps. We're gonna see how FBS does there. Cutie very, very well versed in climbing the red tower. FBS, as far as we're aware, does not run any categories other than this where you have to do that. So FBS might have to... Let's see if FBS gets a 1 round.
Oh, that was a terrific recovery from FBS after he got damaged by that Ripper. He followed the hero shot up and then got a little bit bonked by that Ripper, but managing to do some very crisp wall jumps, making it all the way back up.
Yeah, very, very nice recovery from FBS. Very nice moonfall from Cutie.
Yeah, Cutie definitely pouring it on here, turning on the afterburners. FBS, though, picking up his Alpha PB, so he's going to be set to head down into Norfair. Correction, gotta fight Crade first. I stand corrected. Can't forget about old Crade.
So, here we go. We're expecting...
See, France, I'm just so used to playing this game casually. I'm used to going down and getting high jump before Crade. That's why I thought they were going to Norfair.
Nintendo Power Percent strats.
Gotta love it.
So, we would definitely expect both of these players to be able to get high jump without any problems. Or, not, sorry, get the Crade quick cut without any problems. But we'll see whether either of them wants to take Crade to the prom.
So it looks like Cutie's going to be opening up with a missile Crate quick kill. FBS blowing up the Meridia 2 because it's just faster to do it now.
Oh no! Oh no. So, because Cutie is out of ammo, Cutie's gonna have to hit 2 more missiles in, and is going to have to actually farm 2 more. Okay. That could have gone really, really badly. Cutie got amazing RNG, and was really lucky that Cutie still had an extra missile after all that.
Well, that was definitely... Sorry, go ahead, Reyes.
That was about the fastest recovery possible, and which is really, really lucky for having the charge beam at all.
Yeah, that was really impressive. He went for Crade quick kill, kind of hit the hands a little bit, almost recovered out of that, but still took Crade to prom, and then got a timely missile drop and just pew pew, 2 missiles straight to Crade's mouth to finish him off. Let's see FBS's attempt here. He's got charge, so he can definitely open with the charge quick kill, which is what he appears to be going for.
It goes to show how nothing is ever free in Super Metroid.
Oh, absolutely. Textbook execution from fruitbatsalad. Very nice. Charge, beam, Crade, quick kill.
So it looks like Cutie's going to be going for a 2-tank high jump lava dive.
That's right, because he did skip the Crade tank, so he'll grab the high jump tank. That is impressive stuff from these runners.
Now the next big question is, are they going to save before the lava dive? Are they going to save after the lava dive?
That's
because the segment coming up is why FPS chose GT. Because the segment coming up is where Cutie can just die or soft block.
Anything's possible in this category. You're absolutely right, Freyas. But Cutie picking up his fresh Nikes, his high jump boots. As FPS heads down, so FPS will be heading down and grabbing high jump boots, presumably, as well.
This looks like they're equal in ammo, other than FPS picking up charge.
FPS looking really sharp here through Business Center into high jump. That was an excellent series of rooms. Also picking up his fresh LeBrons there, some Air Jordans. Got those high jump boots. So both runners electing to do 2 tank high jump lava dives. And like you said, Freyas, only a moment ago, depending on who saves and who doesn't, that could be the difference maker in this race. Looks
So
like...
Oh, go on.
I think we were both going to say the same thing, so go ahead, Freyas.
Looks like Cutie did not save.
Cutie indeed did not save, so we'll see how this works out. He's getting a little farm going here, right outside of Bubble Mountain, or to the south of Bubble Mountain, I guess. South always means down, I don't know why. But he'll be heading into Lower Norfair soon, or at least attempting his lava dive. FPS really not that far behind, maybe 2-3 rooms. He's just heading through Rising Tide into Bubble Mountain now.
That's close enough that if Cutie tries to save and FPS doesn't, then that would catch FPS up a good amount. Oh, Cutie falling.
Ooh, this is a clenchy moment here. Oh no!
And this is why FPS chose this category.
Oh, goodness. Wow.
This is why FPS chose this category.
No doubt about it. Cutie, unfortunately, taking a death in the lava dive. No save, so he's all the way back to Criteria, or yeah, all the way back to the ship in Criteria. You have to do all that item collection over again. Now, did we see FPS save?
We were watching Cutie, so we definitely did not see FPS save. But
I didn't see him save either. I don't think he did.
Going for the Zenny dive. And gets it.
Excellent execution from FPS, so he's now in the driver's seat for sure.
And gonna save.
That's a heads-up play from FPS. Doug, you've managed to capitalize on performing that lava dive. Now you don't want to lose it to Green Gate Glitch.
So this is FPS's race to lose now. All FPS has to do is to not soft lock at Mother Brain. As long as FPS doesn't soft lock at Mother Brain, FPS is it's close to guaranteed a victory.
So fruitbatsalad has made it through the obstacles so far. The red tower climb, the lava dive. Now he's just got to get past the green gate. And he does it on his 4th try. Excellent job, FBS. He is through on his way to the Golden Chorizo. Very nicely executed.
So this is where the cheat code is going to happen, where they're going to end up with 54% of items on the other side, all the equipment. And that's the GT code that this category is named after.
FPS executing the code perfectly and turning off Spazer as being gifted all those items. Has all the beams on. It will cause the game to crash. So he's got Charge, Ice, Wave, Plasma Beam equipped, the Gravity Suit. He's got everything but Screw Attack, but he can just leave GT and grab Screw Attack, have a really cozy Lower Norfair. And he's going to show off a little swag here with a little Shine Spark action heading out of GT.
So especially with the lead that FPS has now, FPS can really just have a relaxing run. Going for green pillars here. Slightly slower than Spark just because green pillars lags a bit. Worst room in the game. Nowhere near the worst room with all this equipment.
Just another room in the game for FPS. He just buzzsaws right through the ceiling with that screw attack. Meanwhile, Cutie going up against Bomb Torizo for the second time here. Finishing him off with a missile. Nice fight from Cutie.
Players make their way through everything. What categories remain and what category do you think Cutie's gonna choose?
Well, chat's suggesting that Cutie is going to choose Hundo, but I think that any percent all bosses plays to Cutie's strengths the most. It's only slightly different than any percent, and Cutie is one of the greatest all-time any percent runners. But I think Hundo would also be a good choice. But FPS is no slouch in any of the remaining categories.
So it looks like, yeah, Cutie definitely grinded out Hundo for a while. So we actually agree with the Hundo call. We think that Hundo is a category which will be safest for Cutie, and we think especially after a loss, Cutie would prefer Hundo.
No, for sure. As long as fruitbatsalad executes to his level here, keeps going on with this, keeping this lead going. Cutie does have to win the next two if he wants to advance. So that, and the last, the race, should say, the category for the third race is determined randomly from whatever's left. So it's definitely, there's definitely some strategy here for Cutie to come back from this assumed one game down deficit.
So is this going to be the first playoffs match, which is 3 games? Well, is this the first? Well, I guess we don't know that it's going to 3 games, but have any of the other matches been 3 games?
I think Gala and Mr. Guy Average went to 3. The rest of them have been sweeps. So I was speaking from a standpoint of like what Cutie needs to do, right? So he's got to win the next 2, assuming that FPS does win this GT Classic race, which is very close to a foregone conclusion at this point. FPS has just defeated Ridley. He's going to escape from Norfair. He's got 2 bosses left. He could take a safety save at Mother Brain in case he soft locks, or just not even go for stand-up is another option available to him. So FPS is definitely, like we said, he's in command, a commanding lead in this first race. So it's definitely going to be a little hole for Cutie to dig himself out of. But props to FPS on a great selection for first race.
Yeah, huge shout-outs to FPS for that. Going for a high variance run, knowing that Cutie can die in exactly the way that Cutie died.
It's like GT Classic is kind of the Murphy's Law of Super Metroid speedrunning. If anything can go wrong, it will go wrong. No matter anyone's skill level, because sometimes things happen. But no save and taking a death to lava dive is unfortunate, but still got plenty of Super Metroid speedrunning action between these 2 titans in the playoffs of the 2020 Super Metroid multi-category tournament.
So how experienced are both of these players with Bingo? Because Bingo is a real possibility for round 3.
Absolutely, Bingo. If Cutie doesn't select Bingo outright for race 2, then it's definitely on the table for race 3, depending on random number generation. RNG is, I believe, what the speedrunners call it. It's easier than saying the words.
Oats and Behemoth were not in this tournament. But we have Cutie, we have Sloters, we have Zenny, we have Zos. We have an amazingly strong lineup.
No, absolutely. This tournament was so special because it attracted runners of all skill level. You had some relative novices or some people relatively new to a lot of the categories that maybe had only specialized in certain things. he had a huge swath of runners in the middle, all very skilled, but maybe just not quite the same caliber as the top 4 or 5 runners in the tournament. So it's definitely been very entertaining. It's been very, very interesting to see how it unfolds.
Very few people are the caliber of the top runners. The caliber of the top runners is what happens after you put 10,000 hours into the game.
Absolutely. So FPS heading into Meridia, having already blown up the tube. Just making very quick work of these rooms since he already has space jump thanks to that GT code. Meanwhile, Cutie going up against Kraid, the rematch. Also going for the missile opener here. fruitbatsalad, though, all the way up into Aqueduct. They're going to be facing Batwoon. So, Freyas, it doesn't look like they have grapple and grapple and X-ray beam, but they do have both of those items. And we're going to see an interesting technique called the microwave beam here.
So while X-ray selected, the enemy's iframes will run out. So it's 4 shots to kill, 4 plasma shots to kill Batwoon. Then it's going to be 6 plasma shots, 8 plasma shots, 7 plasma shots to kill Dragon. And at Dragon, you're going to see an interesting technique where they crouch. Dragon will force stand you when Dragon dies, so they're going to crouch, and when the crouch ends, then you'll know that Dragon is dead.
As we saw, FPS using that microwave beam against Batwoon, going to use it again against Dragon and Fantoon. A really nice Coliseum there from FPS. Meanwhile, Cutie heading down into Norfair to grab those high jump boots.
Seven shots will do it here, and the 4 stand. So as soon as Samus stands up, you know the Dragon's dead. Going for a spike suit, not getting it, unfortunately. So all FPS has left to do is to kill Fantoon, and then go drive straight to Torian.
So you pointed out that FPS did not get the spike suit that would have allowed him to execute the reverse full halfie, but now, oh darn, I thought we were going to see maybe a Womple Jump. Womple Jump is one of my favorite Super Metroid speedrunning techniques. Not seen as often anymore in this day and age due to being supplanted by superior strategies, perhaps. But hopefully one of these days in this tournament we're going to see a Womple Jump, or at least I will see it live. But we'll see.
Cutie about to head down to his second attempt at LN. Or the lava dive.
Just going to take a quick little farm up here. Meanwhile, FPS weaving his way back through Meridia on his way to the surface of Zebes and to head to the wrecked ship for the final confrontation with the last of the G4 bosses, Fantoon.
And Fantoon is an interesting fight in this category, because you'd think that you would just microwave it initially, but you actually have to hit Fantoon with a missile to get Fantoon to start moving before you can actually microwave Fantoon.
That's right, I learned that a couple weeks ago, that if you just open with the plasma beam, it'll just make Fantoon disappear and the microwave beam will not work.
Cutie had problems with the lava dive in the exact same way that he did the first time.
But a great recovery there. Second attempt on that lava dive with 2 tanks and the high jump boots, getting through unscathed. Very nice execution from Cutie.
Cutie is saving. And that makes a lot of sense, because where Cutie is right now, it makes a lot of sense because the only way that Cutie is going to be able to come back is if FPS dies or soft blocks.
All right, Cutie setting up to do the green gate glitch here.
First try.
Gets a third try. Well executed from Cutie. He's just got to input the GT code and he'll be smooth sailing for the rest of this run. Meanwhile, FPS heading up against the Ghost with the most reset runs. Fan-Tune, the Ghost of the wrecked ship, selecting that X-ray scope and absolutely brutalizing Fan-Tune with that microwave beam. Very nice fight from FPS.
And FPS is going to head straight to Torian. So coming up is one of our favorite strats in the category. Leaving the wrecked ship, FPS will be probably trying to space jump across the ocean into a springball jump across the moat. Let's see if FPS pulls it off. Not an easy trick, but super, super swag. FPS is going for a spark. Still a really pretty and awesome strat.
Oh, definitely. Very nice movement from FPS. Both these runners, really crisp movement, great wall jumps, ledge grabs, all the sort of hitbox manipulation that you see in this game. Very impressive stuff. And we still got a lot more racing action coming your way after this GT Classic race. These runners, FPS and ARealCutie, scheduled all three of the races, if necessary, one after the other. Woo! And a very nice speed keep, little space boost through the parlor from FPS, heading down into Terminator. Very well executed.
Yeah, huge props to Cutie for not giving up. We think one of the things that distinguishes top tournament finishes from close to top tournament finishes is whether or not you keep going in a situation like this.
No, absolutely. Great sportsmanship from Cutie, and like you said, Freya's kind of the separator between just outside the top echelon and top echelon runners is to face down adversity, because anything can happen in GT Classic. It's a pretty merciless category at times.
Cutie showing off Flower House.
That's such a sick strat.
It'll be interesting to see how FPS handles Mother Rain. Does FPS save? Does FPS not do stand up? We're going to be completely honest that in FPS's situation, we would be seriously considering taking it super, super, super safe, saving and not doing stand up. Just playing to win, even if it makes a less pretty match.
Absolutely. But FPS got to get through these Metroid rooms. Looks like he's going for some grouping strats on the last three in the first Metroid room. Executes that absolutely perfectly. Getting all three together and blowing them away with one super. Continues to group into Metroid room 2. Definitely putting the pedal to the metal as FPS. This is looking really good.
Yeah, these are some good Metroid rooms.
Finishes with perfect ammunition. Really nice series of rooms from FPS. That was a great Torian. Cutie getting that wasteland speedball through the blocks with really nice movement.
So is this tournament? Kept talking about vetoes in chat, and As this tournament goes on, the vetoes are going to get much more interesting. Because as this tournament goes on, we're really going to start running into seeing what categories these runners are good at. I'm really trying to choose. Really, vetoes will become much more important as the skill level closes.
No, for sure. FPS with a picture-perfect baby skip. Really well executed. Just a cherry on top from what has been a really terrific run. And Cutie looking extra fast through his lower north fair escape. He's out of harm's way, heading to the rest of the bosses.
Wait,
Dragon will be the first.
Did FPS get chomped on?
Yeah. He might have.
Yeah, that's definitely the baby slow.
Oh my goodness, I stand corrected. That looked perfect to me. I don't know how he got grabbed at the last second. So he's got the save. Yep, and then the set. Yep, gonna reset and reload, and that'll clear the slow.
That forced save is actually good for FPS because that basically guarantees FPS's victory.
I kind of wanted to see him finish it in slow mode. I saw a cross product do it in a tournament last year, and it just is the. It's actually really entertaining and funny, but there's too much on the line here in the playoffs. Maybe if this was like Swiss round 2, it'd be a different story. Then I think FPS is not as big a memer as cross product, but hey, we're here to talk about these two runners and nobody else.
Yeah, definitely this far into the playoffs, everybody's just going to be giving it their all.
There's no doubt about that. We've seen some very exciting matches. All right, fruitbatsalad with the full beam combo's got to land 20 shots on Mother Brain 2. He's already dispatched Mother Brain 1 with all those missiles and supers. And the nice thing about Mother Brain 2 is she just allows you to just absolutely give her the business with those charge shots before she even starts attacking. Not much risk of falling below 300 energy because both runners do have 7 tanks and a reserve. So definitely a pretty cozy fight here.
FPS is going for stand-up. Takes off the Variasuit to make a much more cozy stand-up.
Cutie set up for full halfie. He's through the door. Perfectly executed. Very nice from Cutie.
And grabs the super with grapple.
Are you serious? Oh my goodness, you blink and you miss it. These runners are just absolutely mind-blowing sometimes.
One of the things that really is interesting to watch with top runners is the things that they think about every move so much.
It's like chess. They're like 20 moves ahead when they're doing their first couple inputs in one room. It's really remarkable to watch. So FPS. Oh, go ahead, Frizz.
FPS successfully avoids the first 3 failure points to stand up. One more to go. And this is the most risky one in GT Classic. Okay, FPS just gonna back up and take it slow to be safe. Yeah, so unless FPS decides to take an acid bath with the animals, it looks like FPS is gonna take game 1.
Absolutely. He's going to finish with a really nice time, too.
And there was a womble.
Despite getting grabbed by the baby at the last second and then having to clear out the slow.
Okay, there was a womble that you wanted from Kitty.
I wasn't watching, no! I was watching FPS's screen. Oh, gotta go back in the VOD and clip that. And just a mid-air morph through the door is ARealCutie. Very nice movement. Really putting it on here. Giving us a great show. What are the chances? I really want to see a womple jump, and then I get the opportunity to see one and I miss it. Oh, that's classic hockey.
Cutie chooses Hundo item, you're gonna get another chance next run.
I'm looking forward to it. My eyes are going to be glued to the screen when they're both in Coliseum heading back the other way. FPS making his escape into the Leodox room. In full command of this race, definitely going to finish in first, barring any catastrophes involving acid or animal saving or anything of that nature. But props to Cutie for staying with it, sticking with it, making it all the way to wreck ship by the time FPS finishes. Definitely a good recovery from Cutie, but alas, not enough to catch fruitbatsalad as he makes his way up into the parlor.
Excellent category choice by FPS. Uses that category to take a victory.
Absolutely, it's a well-earned W for FPS in this first race. And FPS does finish with an official SRL time of 38 minutes and 18 seconds. GG's to fruitbatsalad. He takes the first game of the match.
Cutie is going to finish. Yeah, it looks like Cutie is going to finish his run, so...
That's an excellent idea to do, because now you kind of dusted off the cobwebs a little bit, got fully warmed up. You got to finish what you start, and he's already to fan tune, so not much more to go.
That spring ball jump into shooting the Ghidorah. GT Classic is a wonderful, wonderful category because there's just so many different strats that you don't see in other categories.
That's absolutely right. You definitely see it all the spring ball type movement, as well as shine sparks. It's got a little bit of everything for everybody. But really, really impressive stuff. Previous to this match, I don't believe many runners were winning their picks, or maybe that was just in the first 4 matches that I saw of the 8 that there are, but FPS definitely setting the tone here in this match, picking GT Classic and winning. Definitely interested to see how the rest of this is going to play out.
Yeah, this is going to be super, super exciting. Cutie's still the favorite, but Cutie kind of used up all of his mistakes already.
It's a possibility for sure, but there's still many punishing categories left. I mean, Cutie did veto RBO, so he got that off the table immediately, but Bingo can be very volatile, as well as low percent ice.
Yeah, so remaining there's Hundo item, low percent ice, Bingo, and
I believe it's all bosses.
All bosses.
That's a good, like I said at the beginning, I think that's a really good category for Cutie. He's very, very fast in any percent, and I'm not trying to trivialize any percent all bosses in comparison, but it really isn't adding too much to the mix in terms of difficulty. I think it just comes down to a little bit of routing decisions, when to fight, certain bosses, but saving Spore Spawn for last is always very, very entertaining.
Yeah, so we think a Hundo item is definitely Cutie's biggest advantage right now. All bosses is probably his second biggest advantage. He is top 3 old route times, so huge advantage there. Bingo is probably the category where he has the least advantage left.
It's possible. I did see somebody earlier in the chat saying that until last night, Cutie had the bingo world record, and I didn't really understand that comment. It might have been like a joke, or it might have been serious. I don't know how you can have world record in a bingo, but I mean, I guess it's possible. But if that person's still in chat, if they could clarify, maybe Oh, world record by race time. Oh. My
Let's watch.
apologies for the misunderstanding, Chad. I think I got it now. I think I'm picking up what you're putting down. Oh my goodness, my word. How about that Metroid Route 2 from ARC? My goodness. Oh, I think I saw Zenny do that while Kip was on commentary, and I think I had the same reaction as Kip, just kind of throwing my head back and going, woo, man, that's some movement right there.
One bump in the Metroid separated Kitty from a perfect Metroid run.
That was really impressive stuff.
Cutie was inches away from having a better Metroid room since Zenny did that run.
That close. The margin for error is just razor thin at this high level in Super Metroid speedrunning. Always entertaining. All these new strats being developed and refined throughout the years. And oh, Cutie getting grabbed by the baby Metroid, electing to go with the baby skip. A perfectly executed skip. So he'll have to either he'll have to fill up on energy before he progresses.
Or use the reserves. There should be...
Or reserve, yeah, that's a good point.
3 full reserves? Oh, no, that's only 3 full reserves. That would mean that Kitty would have to do damage less for the rest of the run.
Alright, Cutie looks like he's ready for action. He's got his energy filled up. Still got screw attack on though, so I don't know if he's going to go with a different type of Zeb skip here. Oh, and a swaggy moonfall to go right into Mother Brain's room. Very nice.
Ooh. Oh.
Going. Oh, are we going to see it?
Oh no. Oh no. Cutie gets hit.
He's got it. There we go.
So Cutie was trying to go for that Zeb skip to avoid taking damage, so that Cutie does not need to pause for reserves for stand-up, but unfortunately got booped by a ring cut.
Still a really cool Zeb skip though, to destroy the first Zeb, spawn the next one, and just kind of morph and spring ball jump his way through it.
Really,
as you said,
cool Zeb skip.
I love it. So 20 shots for Cutie against Mother Brain 2. Mother Brain looking a little bit docile, a little bit placid here. Maybe that'll change as she takes more damage, but Cutie definitely in command of this fight with that full beam combo. Avoids that catch-up expertly. Took a little damage off that onion ring, but with this much energy, it's no problem.
Gonna take off Varia for that safety. Cutie opting to leave himself at 69 missiles before starting stand-up. Let's see how Cutie handles So we're expecting Cutie to take some damage from Mother Brain to slow down the health regen, because the baby will detach when you get to full HP, and that can be really dangerous if you're too far to the left. But we'll see how Cutie handles it. Yep. Cutie opting to get booped a few times, just to intentionally slow down getting to full health. Cutie's going to be going for 39 shots here.
That's really impressive stuff from Cutie here.
And 5 shots left at the end.
Very nicely done.
Cutie was still with an excellent GT time for him to restart in the middle of the race.
Because I think for a typical GT Classic run, I think the lava dive is what, around the 9, 10, 11 minute mark, somewhere in that neighborhood.
So see if Cutie goes for the left side. Nope. Going for left side is something that we have see runners do sometimes, just for fun. And Cutie has finished in second place with an official SRL race time, 48 minutes and 38 seconds. GG to Cutie for the completion.
GG, Cutie. Way to finish strong.
Comment. In flames of death's eternal reign, we ride towards the light.
A poetic ending to a very impressive comeback. FPS too strong for Cutie to complete the comeback, of course, but still very impressive stuff from Cutie in this race.
Cutie's going to step out to grab some water, and we are going to do the same between these, and it'll be a lot of fun to see what category Cutie chooses.
No, absolutely. So we're just going to take a couple-minute break here. We'll be right back. Don't touch that dial or that browser tab. So we'll be right back with more Super Metroid 2020 multi-category tournament action between fruitbatsalad and ARealCutie.